Hello everyone, Kingdom Kid here with my, I guess you could say, predictions or what I hope to see at E3 this year. I know I didn't make one of these last year because I think, even though I know E3 is also all digital again this year, it was also all digital last year, but with how last year was, I honestly wasn't expecting too much, and honestly I don't even remember anything about E3 last year. I just know it was a total mess. From what I'm understanding of how they did and such. But yeah, now things are a little different this year. I'm excited that there's a lot of things upcoming and a lot of things I'd like to look forward to. So here is my hope of things that we could learn about in E3 coming up. So here we go. I have quite a bit. I have quite a bit of a list here. First things first. I have a feeling we're going to learn about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 at E3. I know Nintendo's thing's on the 15th, which is like the last day of E3. So, and they have 4 hours, so they definitely have a lot of stuff to talk about. So definitely could have Breath of the Wild 2, some talks on there, maybe a new Mario game. That's always a possibility. They could talk more about Pokemon. I hope they show how much different it has been between when they first showed Arceus to now, at least. Now that Pokemon Arceus has a release date of January. The trailer did not look great. I mean, it looked good, but like the frame rate of everything looked terrible on that. So there is that. Possibly Metroid Prime 4 could get on talks about that. Bayonetta 3, who knows? Now, I found this out last night. There was a leak, possibly, of the release date for Shin Megami Tensei 5 being November 11th, I think it was. Now, that's only Japanese. I know Atlas and Sega in general, and now that Atlas is part of Sega, they'd be like, yeah, we really want to release all our games simultaneously, and that's what they're doing with Judgment. Lost Judgment, the second Judgment game. So I'm super excited about that. Speaking of that, maybe we'll see some Lost Judgment at E3, but I'll talk more about that later. Possibly a Smash character reveal? I mean, who was the last character? Pyra and Mithra, right? So we still have 2 more spots left in the current Fighter Pass, and it's been a while, so yeah, there'll probably be another Smash character announcement, maybe. So there's that. Now, I think PlayStation/Sony was going to miss E3 in general, but I put it on here was God of War Ragnarok. They did push the release to 2022. They did have a release window for 2021. I don't even remember seeing that, but I guess they did have a release window of 2021 at some point. But yeah, they pushed it to 2022, and I'm totally fine with that. I was thinking maybe they'll show some more Horizon Forbidden West as well, but I don't think they'll do that either, considering it just had its own state of play a few weeks ago, which it does look pretty cool. And the good news is both those games are coming out for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, so good on them for doing that. I kind of wish that's what Square would do with Intergrade, or at least with the Yuffie DLC for both PlayStation 4 owners and PlayStation 5 owners, but yeah, that's all we can do. Alright, maybe Marvel Spider-Man. Again, that's a Sony thing. So who knows, but I don't know, maybe the new Marvel Spider-Man could be announced or like something. I don't know. Again, like I said, that's a Sony/PlayStation thing, so probably not. But you never know. Alright, talk about that. Going back to Judgment now, we might see some more Judgment stuff, which I saw the first trailer and it looks really good. I mean, that game's coming out in 4 months? So June, July, August, September, 3 months. Okay, it's basically coming out in 3 months. So yeah, they still got some good stuff. I mean, like I said, it looks good. It looks good. But that's not the only thing. Could there be an announcement of something Yakuza related? Could we see an announcement of Yakuza 8? Probably not. I don't see them doing a Yakuza 8 until after Judgment. I think that's what they're probably going to do now is like they're going to flip-flop. Like last year was Yakuza 7 / Yakuza Like a Dragon. This year's Judgment 2 / Lost Judgment. Next year, I could probably see it being Yakuza 8. Or, what they could do, and this is something I hope they do, is they re-release the Ishin remakes. Or they make remakes of Ishin and the other one samurai game. that is like a spin-off. I would love to have those games. I know they remade one of them, but it was only in Japan. That came out to PS4, I believe, 2 years ago. I think it was the year before Like a Dragon came out in Japan. And I think Like a Dragon came out in 2019 in Japan. But yeah, I would like to have, those samurai games. I know a while ago they did kind of like have a little a poll thing or something, and people were like, yeah, no, we want those spin-offs, because those spin-offs looks really good, and I'm super excited for that. Digimon Survive. I think the last time we heard about this was like late last year, where they're like, sorry, we were going to release it in 2020, but obviously because of COVID and everything, they pushed it to 2021, and we still haven't really heard much about it. But maybe this is where we hear about some Digimon Survive, which I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to get that update. Halo 6, or whatever the next Halo game is it technically Halo 7? Because was Guardians 5? Yeah, I think Halo Guardians was 5, right? So this would be 6. The next one that was going to come out with the Xbox, but then they delayed it. And I don't think I've heard anything about it yet. So who knows? Maybe they'll announce like, oh yeah, now it's coming out in November of this year. So that'll be nice. All right, Elden Ring. I'll be honest. Elden Ring was not originally on my list. Because I kind of forgot about it. I kind of forgot that it exists, and I'm pretty sure like almost everyone did, including the creators. Maybe we'll see something about Elden Ring. Who knows? It's always up there. It's always like, oh, let's hope for Elden Ring. But yeah, nothing really has ever come. I think that all we've had was that initial announcement, which was like, what, in 2018, 2019? I don't even remember when that was initially announced, and haven't had anything since. So I honestly don't expect anything of like, oh, we're going to get an announcement of Persona 6. I don't expect anything Persona related at all get announced at E3. If it would, it is the Persona series 25th anniversary this year, so maybe they might have something. But I feel like that's more like a TGS / Jump Festa thing for them to announce, considering TGS is happening in September, and that's actually when the Persona series came out, was in September. So I could see TGS being a nice place for them to do something with Persona 5, Persona's 25th anniversary announcement things. They did say they have plans for it, so we haven't seen anything yet about it. So here's hoping. So there is that. Now, I don't expect anything from Kingdom Hearts being announced here either. Again, I feel like because next year is the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, so I feel like if they do anything with that, it will be either if they announce anything like, oh, here's our big thing for 2022 with Kingdom Hearts, that would be an announcement for either Jump Festa or TGS. I feel like it's one or the other for Kingdom Hearts there. But again, you never know. It could be pleasantly surprised and be like, oh, hey, here's a Kingdom Hearts. I know Unit Cross has already wrapped up in Japan. We have not gotten the global release yet, but I have a feeling since the last day is on the 29th of June, we'll either get the last update like that previous Thursday or Friday or whatever. I just really wish they held off, because it's like everyone should have experienced it at the same time. And it's really hard because I don't want to get spoiled, but I'm getting slight spoilers just by like, people just retweeting and everything. And I'm like, I don't want this. I want to see this for myself type thing. So, yeah. So, I don't expect much. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll be like, oh, yeah, here's a Kingdom Hearts Union Cross thing for PlayStation 4 or whatever. Would I be mad about that? Nah, not really. I enjoyed the mobile game, and honestly, it's fun as hell. I'll talk more about that whenever we get the last beast, and I'll finally wrap up my longest running series ever on my channel. On my other channel, RPG Game Kid. And yeah, I'll talk about all that when we finally get it. Keeping with Square Enix, possibly seeing more about Final Fantasy 16, that's always a plus. However, with Endwalker, I feel like since Yoshi P is also headlining Final Fantasy 16, I feel like he's kind of more focused on Endwalker right now. So I honestly I didn't expect 16 to come out this year at all. I think 16 was going to come out in 2022 regardless. Or it could come out in 2023. Either way, I'm excited for it. I think he's more focused on Endwalker right now than anything, which I'm excited for that as well, coming out in late November. I can't wait. But that's not the only thing Final Fantasy related. There's been talks about Final Fantasy Origin, which is going to be somewhat like a Dark Souls-y like game, so I'm excited to learn more about that. Like, that stuff's been leaked, I believe, so I can't wait to like learn more about that. So it might be some kind of like a, I don't want to say a reboot, but somewhat like a, for lack of a better term, a reboot of the first Final Fantasy game. I mean, they said it's going to take place in Final Fantasy 1's world, so I'm excited for that. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. And then, of course, Forspoken, I can't wait to learn more about that. Did they... I don't think they put a release year on that, did they? Or is it coming out this year, did they say? I don't know. Either way, I'm excited to learn more about Forspoken if they show more Forspoken, which I hope, praying that they do. And Dragon Quest. I know they had a live stream thing about Dragon Quest a week ago or so, and that's where they announced all the other games, and of course they announced Dragon Quest 12, so I'm super excited about that as well. They didn't even announce the platform, they didn't announce anything, they just like, here's a teaser, and it was just the logo of it, so, which I'm super excited for that. Dragon Quest, I believe it's called The Flames of something too, I can't remember, I didn't write it down, but I'm excited to learn more about that. However, I'm not really holding my breath. Like I said, Dragon Quest had its own live stream, like just a week or two ago. So I'm not really expecting anything Dragon Quest related coming out. That's why I'm like, same with Horizon Zero Dawn and possibly God of War. Because like I said, they just announced that God of War is getting pushed back to 2022. So I highly doubt we'll see anything about God of War anyway. Same with, like I said, with Horizon Zero Dawn having its own live stream a few weeks ago, probably not going to say anything about that either. But yeah, that's actually my list right there. So, like I said, Pokemon, possibly Mario, Breath of the Wild. I highly doubt we'll see God of War, but it's on the list anyway. Same with Horizon Zero Dawn. Same with Marvel Spider-Man. Same with Dragon Quest. Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm pretty sure we're going to learn more about that, considering that leak that just came out yesterday. Maybe a Smash character. Metroid Prime 4. Bayonetta 3. The Pokemon games. I honestly can't remember if I mentioned those. Yakuza related stuff. Like I said, Judgment, Ishin, 8. Who knows? Final Fantasy 16 Origins, whatever. Maybe a little more Endwalker stuff. I don't know. Digimon Survive. Persona's 25th anniversary. Forspoken, Elden Ring, and Halo 6. I think out of all of these, Breath of the Wild, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Digimon Survive, and are like really my big top ones there. That's why I'm also thinking like I don't think they're really going to say anything about Persona stuff, even though it is its 25th anniversary. I think like the team should really focus more so on Shin Megami Tensei 5 right now. I'm having a blast with Nocturne, and I cannot wait for Shin Megami Tensei 5 to come out so I can play that. But yeah, like I said, the Breath of the Wild, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Digimon, those are like my top 3 things right there. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys are most looking forward to in E3. And of course, once E3 wraps up, I will be right back here, talk about all the cool things that I liked, see if they mentioned any of this stuff on there, and yeah, we will be right back with that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, let me know what you guys are most looking forward to from E3 this year. All right. Do you expect the Nintendo to announce a new Switch type, like a Switch Pro or something? Let me know. We'll see. We'll talk about that if they do. So, thank you all so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time.